All right, let's dive in. Today we're exploring Susan Trott's The Holy Man.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, we'll be using a bunch of YouTube readings and discussions to guide us through this story.
Okay.
So imagine like a line of pilgrims,
Mm-hmm.
all with their own unique struggles, winding their way up this mountain
Oh, wow.
to seek enlightenment from this like mysterious holy man.
Okay.
I mean, just picturing it, I'm hooked already.
You know, what really gets me about the Hutchman is that it takes this really simple premise,
Right.
this pilgrimage,
Hmm.
and it just dives into these like profound questions about human nature and our search for meaning.
Yeah, I think what makes it so compelling is it's not just about the destination.
Right, exactly.
It's about the transformation that happens along the way
Yeah.
and the characters we meet on the journey, too.
Absolutely.
From what I've heard, we're going to encounter some really interesting folks,
Hmm.
like a struggling drunkard finding solace in unexpected places.
Oh, interesting.
A famous man who's, like, confronting the emptiness of all his success.
Oh, wow.
Even a woman who's learning to find peace
Yeah.
in the middle of all this chaos.
Yeah, it's like each pilgrim in this story, they represent like a different piece of the human experience.
Yeah.
They're all searching for something, right?
Totally.
Trying to figure out their lives, find their path to happiness.
Yeah.
But the way they go about it,
Mm-hmm.
the lessons they pick up, it's all so different.
Well, let's talk about this holy man himself.
Okay, yeah.
From the readings, he doesn't seem like your typical guru, like dispensing wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
He's described as kind of brisk, almost dismissive, quickly moving pilgrims through his hermitage,
Oh, wow.
even saying they've already seen him. What's that all about?
It's like, Trott's doing this on purpose.
Okay.
You expect a holy man, you think, wise pronouncements, miracles.
Yeah.
But instead, he's pointing them inwards,
Mhm.
making them see the holiness already inside them, in everyone.
So it's less about seeking external validation
Exactly.
and more about kind of cultivating that inner awareness.
That's it. And when you realize that holiness is in everyone,
Yeah.
the barriers we put up, they start to crumble.
Okay.
We go beyond judging, being prejudiced.
Yeah.
It's a more compassionate, understanding way to be.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's like he's saying, stop looking for something outside yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The truth you seek is already within you.
Exactly.
But is he even living up to his own message? You know?
Oh, interesting point.
There's this chapter, The Holy Chatterbox, that suggests even he struggles.
Oh, I love that about Trott's writing.
Really?
Yeah, she doesn't make him this perfect, unreachable ideal.
Mm-hmm.
He's human, flawed, grappling with his own stuff.
Makes him relatable.
Exactly. It shows us that enlightenment, it's not about being perfect.
Right.
It's a constant journey, self-discovery, growth.
Yeah, like we're all works in progress.
Absolutely.
Even the holy ones.
Mm.
Okay, let's talk about the line itself.
Okay.
This imagery in the readings, so powerful. This never-ending stream of people heading up the mountain.
Oh, it's brilliant.
What's the significance of that line, in this whole story?
The line, I think it's this amazing metaphor
Okay.
for the shared human experience,
Right.
We're all on this journey together,
Yeah.
each with our own stuff, our hopes, but united by this need to connect, to
Right.
find meaning. And the line, it transforms people.
Really?
It creates community, compassion, just by being in it.
It's interesting how individual journeys become intertwined, right?
Totally.
Like this tapestry of experiences.
Yeah,
And from what I understand, even in the chaos, there's an order that emerges.
that's right. You see these line masters popping up.
Line masters.
Yeah, people who just naturally take on leadership roles,
Oh, wow.
helping keep things organized, supporting others.
Interesting.
It shows how purpose, connection can be found anywhere. Ordinary people stepping up, making a difference.
I'm really curious to hear more about these pilgrims.
Oh, yeah.
Their individual stories.
Mm,
We've got some compelling characters here,
absolutely.
each facing unique challenges and going through these incredible transformations.
Let's start with the drunkard.
Great.
His story, it's all about the power of service.
Okay.
You have this guy consumed by addiction, lost in his own suffering,
Right.
but then these little acts of kindness, running errands for others in line, words of encouragement,
Wow.
he finds purpose, connection.
Real.
He learns that by helping others, he transcends his own struggles.
That's a powerful message, especially for anyone feeling trapped.
It is, isn't it?
It's like you don't need all the answers to be kind.
Right.
You don't need to be perfect to help. Giving itself can be transformative.
Exactly. Even those who seem broken can find redemption. They can contribute to the well-being of others.
And his story is like the opposite of the famous man, right?
Yes, completely.
Who seems to have it all on the surface.
Yeah.
But then discovers success doesn't equal fulfillment.
Yeah, he's the classic example of ego, seeking validation.
Yeah, he tries to use his wealth to skip the line. Right.
That's right. Wants special treatment from the holy man.
Mm-hmm.
But it backfires, leads to humiliation.
Ah.
He's forced to confront his own arrogance.
Makes you think how many of us are chasing the wrong things.
It does, doesn't it?
Looking for happiness in achievements, possessions,
Mm-hmm.
and forgetting about connection, the simple joys.
Yeah, that's a question worth thinking about.
Definitely.
And then we have the impatient woman,
Oh, right, her.
who ironically finds peace and purpose through helping others.
I'm intrigued. The readings hinted at her transformation.
Yeah.
But how does her impatience become a strength?
So at first she's restless, frustrated by the slow pace,
Hmm.
just wants to reach the holy man already.
Right.
But her desire to help, to ease others' discomfort, it leads her to embrace this line master role.
I see.
By focusing on others, she transcends her own restlessness,
Wow.
finds purpose, fulfillment in a way she never expected.
It's like those perceived weaknesses can actually become strengths.
That's right.
And true peace, it's not about rushing towards a goal.
Exactly.
It's about embracing the present moment
Mm-hmm.
and helping others.
The drunkard, the famous man, the impatient woman, they highlight this key theme, the power of compassion.
Okay.
Whether it's small acts or grand gestures,
Yeah.
the characters who embrace compassion, they change, they grow.
Interesting.
Their understanding of themselves and the world, it shifts.
It's like compassion is more than just a feeling.
It is.
It's an active force
Yeah.
that heals, connects, awakens us to a deeper purpose.
It really resonates, don't you think?
It does.
Think about a time you saw unexpected kindness
Yeah.
or received compassion when you needed it.
Yeah.
How did it impact you? How did it affect the person who was kind?
Yeah.
These moments are like those transformations in the book.
It makes you think about the ripple effects of our actions.
Mm-hmm.
Even small acts of kindness can have a huge impact,
Absolutely.
creating this chain reaction of compassion.
Yeah. You know, Trott uses these individual stories to get at these like deeper philosophical, spiritual ideas.
Oh, totally.
Like that thing about giving back everything,
Mm-hmm.
even loved ones.
Yeah, I was really struck by that too.
Yeah.
Seemed kind of extreme at first. But as I listened to the readings, it started to click.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about literally giving people away, is it?
No.
It's more about changing how we think about, like, attachment.
Exactly. It challenges those ideas we have about ownership, control.
Right.
The holy man, he seems to be saying true freedom comes from letting go,
Okay.
from recognizing that everything is temporary, not really ours to hold on to.
Even loved ones.
Even loved ones, possessions, our own bodies, everything.
It's a tough idea to wrap your head around.
It is.
But if we could, like, really get it,
Yeah.
learn to love without clinging, without that fear of loss,
Mm-hmm.
maybe we could experience love on a whole other level.
It's like freeing ourselves and those we love
Yeah.
from expectations, fear, separation, you know.
It's a huge shift in perspective.
Totally.
And it reminds me of those spiritual traditions
Yeah.
that talk about non-attachment as a path to liberation.
It's not about denying our feelings, pushing people away.
Yeah.
It's about not being so attached to the outcome, you know?
Yeah.
The need to control.
I think about that Buddhist concept of impermanence.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's in flux, nothing stays the same.
Right.
If we could truly accept that, maybe we'd let go of some anxiety, fear
Exactly.
that comes with being so attached to things.
And the holy man, it also explores this idea of seeing the holiness in everyone, even those who are difficult, who frustrate us.
I was struggling with that one, I'll be honest.
Oh, yeah.
How can you see holiness in someone who's causing pain?
It's hard, no doubt.
Yeah, it feels almost impossible sometimes.
I think the key is recognizing everyone's inherent worth,
Okay.
their dignity, no matter what they do.
Mm-hmm.
We're all on our own paths,
Yeah.
shaped by so many things.
Right.
We don't have to condone bad behavior,
No, of course not.
but we can try to understand the pain, the confusion behind it.
So it's about cultivating empathy,
Exactly.
trying to see the world through their eyes, even when you don't agree with their choices.
And by doing that, we move past judgment, anger.
Okay.
We approach things with more compassion, understanding.
What's like that saying, hurt people hurt people.
Exactly.
The ones causing the most pain are often hurting themselves.
Mm.
Maybe if we see that shared humanity, that common suffering,
Yeah.
we can start to break down those walls between us.
And make space for healing, connection.
That's beautifully said.
The holy man also emphasizes life as a constant learning process, you know?
Yeah.
Growing? The pilgrims, they have setbacks, challenges, but those lead to big insights, transformations.
It's like she's saying, challenges aren't obstacles to avoid. They're chances to grow, to expand.
Yeah.
Those tough moments when we have to face our limits, step outside our comfort zones, that's when we often discover our strength, our resilience.
The book encourages us to be curious, open,
Okay.
to see challenges as invitations to learn, evolve.
Yeah.
It's a reminder we're not meant to just arrive somewhere.
Right.
We're meant to keep growing, expanding how we understand ourselves, the world.
I think we get so caught up sometimes chasing perfection, afraid to make mistakes. We miss out on the journey itself.
It's like we're focused on reaching the mountaintop.
Yeah.
We forget to see the beauty along the way.
And the holy man reminds us that path, that's where the real transformation happens.
Exactly.
It's in the struggle, the doubt, even the failures that we find ourselves learn the most valuable lessons. And speaking of the path, the line itself is so important to this story.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not just people waiting their turn.
Right.
It's like its own character, you know?
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
The line, it's this incredible metaphor for how interconnected we all are.
Okay.
It's so diverse, constantly changing, people from all walks of life,
Yeah.
with their own stories, reasons for being there.
But they're all bound together by this journey.
Exactly.
His desire to connect with something bigger.
You see those unexpected acts of kindness, support.
Yeah, like the drunkard finding purpose in helping others.
Right, even though he's struggling himself.
And the impatient woman finding peace and offering assistance.
It's like even flawed people can contribute to something good.
Yeah.
The line, it's this crucible for transformation.
Okay.
People confront their limits, discover their strengths, tap into that compassion.
It makes you think about how our lives are woven together, right?
Oh.
With people we don't even know. We're part of this huge web. Even little acts of kindness can make a difference.
Beyond what we can imagine.
And the line also shows how important patience is.
Oh, absolutely.
Surrender. These pilgrims, they all want something, but they have to trust the process.
Yeah.
Let the journey unfold. They can't force their way to the front.
Right.
They can't control the outcome.
It's about being present, participating in the experience.
It's a powerful message for all of us, you know?
Yeah.
In a world obsessed with speed, instant gratification, the holy man reminds us that the greatest rewards sometimes come from embracing the journey.
With all its twists and turns.
Exactly.
Makes you think, what in your life needs more patience? Surrender.
Yeah.
Where are you trying to force things instead of trusting the process?
That's a lot to think about. But before we get too deep here,
Right.
let's look at one more fascinating piece of the holy man, the transformative power of simple acts of kindness.
Yeah, it seems like through the whole story, with all these big philosophical ideas, she keeps coming back to that, the impact of simple kindness.
It is fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not about, you know, those huge gestures,
Right.
saving the world, that kind of thing. It's those little moments of compassion, those small choices to help
Right.
that create this ripple effect.
Yeah, like the drunkard carrying supplies for someone who's exhausted.
Exactly, yeah.
Or the impatient woman calming a scared child. They might seem small, but they say so much about how those characters are changing inside.
And it's not just about the people they're helping, you know.
Yeah.
It transforms the givers, too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The drunkard, he finds purpose through service. The impatient woman, she finds peace.
It challenges that idea that we need to be fixed before we can be kind.
Yeah, it's like we all have something to offer,
Right.
no matter where we are on our own journey. And maybe giving itself is part of what heals us, changes us.
That back and forth, it's crucial.
Yeah.
Trott saying kindness goes both ways.
Right.
It enriches both people involved. Creates a cycle of compassion, connection.
You don't need any special skills.
Right. You got it.
Anyone can help. Say something kind. Just listen.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder about all those little gestures added up.
Right.
If each act of kindness ripples outward, what if we all try to be more compassionate every day?
The potential for change is huge.
Just shows we're not just watching the world go by.
Exactly.
We can actually create change, build a more compassionate, connected world.
Yeah.
Just by the choices we make, how we interact with each other.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the holy man, what are some key takeaways for our listeners?
Right. One of the most important things we've uncovered here.
The holy man is an invitation, to go on our own inner pilgrimages, to find that holiness within and in everyone around us. It encourages us to be compassionate, humble, courageous, to embrace challenges as opportunities to learn.
Right.
And to remember we're all connected.
It's a good reminder that path to enlightenment, whatever we call it.
Meaning purpose.
Yeah, fulfillment.
It's not about reaching some far-off place.
It's about being aware, present in every moment.
That's it.
Seeing the inherent worth in ourselves and everyone we meet.
And that journey, as we saw in the book, it can start with simple acts of kindness.
Right.
With choosing to see things differently. With compassion, understanding.
What if our listener was right there in that line of pilgrims? What would you hope they would discover?
I'd hope they'd ask themselves, how can I live these teachings?
Right.
What small acts of kindness can I do today? How can I be more compassionate, understanding in my own life?
Beautiful questions to carry with us.
They are, aren't they?
It's been a fascinating exploration.
It has.
I hope it's given our listeners something to think about.
Me too.
Maybe even inspired them to start their own journeys.
Of self-discovery, compassion.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the Holy Man.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep seeking, keep learning, keep diving deep.